It has truly been a bad weekend of football between us for different reasons. Like, for example, Monday Night Football. I don't think Will wants to talk about it. Welcome back to the James and Dame Show. I'm Josiah.
And I'm Will.
And today we're going to do the week three recap. This week sucked, especially with predicting things. It was really bad, especially with how 3 of those games ended off on a field goal mishap, block, or just last second field goal. There's so many weird things that happened this week. Do we really need to talk about Thursday Night Football?
No, Thursday night was, it was close for a bit, but ended up pretty much exactly how we expected. Bills clutched up. Tua looked serviceable for a little bit, but came out and
Tua turned the ball over, has returned.
Yeah.
He's not the same guy as we once thought he was.
Nope, but
unfortunate.
Yeah, Bills pull out yet another win over the Dolphins, and weren't surprised by the result, but we're surprised by how close it was at certain points.
It's division games. You keep it close for a little bit. That's kind of what you expect. Not so much with the AFC East, though. Especially when it involves the Bills.
Yeah, especially between these two. I was a little surprised. But
maybe wanted to tease them a bit, give them hope. I don't know.
Yeah, not much. 31-21 win for the Bills. And
there's a lot of games that need to be discussed.
Yeah, there was.
So we're gonna start off with a big one. I don't know what the hell the Packers were doing.
This might go down as upset of the year.
This might actually.
And I'll just put it simply as this is why I wasn't sold for the Packers, because your defense is great. Yeah, you go up against the Browns, who don't have a good offense, but they have
your offense.
They have a pretty good defense, and yes, their offense is very talented and is banged up a bit, but you still have the issue of Jordan Love throws turnovers he causes turnovers
unfortunate times.
Very bad times, and this is a game you should have won. I get it being close, but when you're trying to you're at the point where you're milking clock and trying to just end the game, and you throw an interception to put the Browns, who haven't been able to do anything but get a field goal, in really good position to score.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of that, again, special teams mishaps, kicking themselves with penalties. And it's just a lot of the same we've seen out of the Packers. First 2 weeks, they looked really good. But this is a little bit more of what we've seen. And maybe it's just a struggle against good defensive teams. But either way, you're gonna have to be able to win against all these opponents. And
if you want anyone to blame, I forgot his name, but somebody thought the Packers would go undefeated this year.
Oh, that was
it's one of their linebackers.
There was a linebacker, and I don't remember which one. But yeah, they did say. To be fair, he wasn't wrong. He said there's no one who they could go unbeaten because
of how easy their schedule was.
Because there's no one on that. They didn't see anyone who was better than them. Browns are not better than them, but the Browns beat them. The Packers out-Browns the Browns.
They outplayed the Packers. I don't know how that works.
I don't think they see. That's the thing. I don't think they did. You had a blocked field goal. You had a bad interception. You had several penalties that set the Browns up for most of their points. Between all that is what gave the Browns this win. All in the fourth quarter. Because other than the fourth quarter,
3 minutes or 4 minutes, whatever it was.
it was the last. It was towards the end of the game.
3 minutes, yeah. I should paraphrase this differently. The Packers outplayed themselves. That's what I meant.
They out-Brownsed the Browns.
They out-Browns the Browns. Yeah, I don't know how you do that.
They Browns harder than the Browns did.
Impossible.
So this was just, I don't know. To me, it's really funny because Packers were getting really
cocky.
Yeah, they're getting all up on a high horse, and it's.
I know a few people who were getting up there on their high horse, talking about how the Packers will going all the way to the Super Bowl. And you lost
the Browns, which I think it's really funny because Browns again, their defense looks really good, but man, is their offense rough. But yeah, I mean, Packers. You're still a really good team. It's a hiccup, but
it better be the only hiccup for this stretch.
So comedic to me that
it's funny.
The block.
I agree.
And I will say, there's like a tangent to go on here with like connecting this with other games because the blocked field goal happened within like a couple minutes of like several blocked field goals.
They were dubbing it. They were dubbing it like the witching hour or whatever it was because like several things happened within the.
I mean,
minutes.
Well, so that's like Red Zone's thing is they call it the witching hour, but it really was because we had. I'm gonna kind of jump around like to a couple of games without going in depth, but there was the blocked field goal that set up with like 30 seconds left. That set up the Browns field goal. That was like 30 seconds left. What was the other one? There was the Eagles-Rams, where the Rams attempted a last-second field goal. That got blocked and returned for a touchdown, and that won them the game.
Jordan Davis.
Which, not to mention, a couple minutes prior, they also blocked another field goal, which also kept the game a one-score game for the Eagles to take the lead. Jets blocked a field goal. And
Please tell me you saw the Aaron Glenn dance.
I did, and I mean, yeah. What else was there? There was. It wasn't a game-ending field goal, but kind of in that stretch, C.J. Stroud threw a game-ending interception on a final drive, and this was all within like a couple of, not only like the last couple minutes of the game, but within a couple minutes real time of each other, where these games were being wrapped up at the exact same time, and it was very chaotic, and I very much enjoyed it. Obviously, there were some games that were just like blowouts or not that interesting, but I guess kind of jumping from the Packers and Browns to one of those other chaotic endings, let's go with the Eagles and Rams. The Rams looked
two good teams.
Yeah, two very good teams. Two teams I kind of expect at the top of the conference, plus probably the Packers. But
yeah, those three specific.
Yeah, but Rams, they looked really good, and then really fell apart in the second half.
Because they were up like what?
It was 26
to
7.
Yeah, it was a whole like 2.5 score lead at that point, and you just didn't show up, I guess, because like I don't know what happened. They were on a roll, and then I don't know if it's called halftime adjustments. I mean, that's what that was. I don't know. Good game overall. I'm just happy to see a big man blocked field goal return,
and
that's amazing. I like it.
I really liked Jordan Davis coming out of college, and I love seeing him when I see him going, I'm like, that's a big man. Look at him go. And
Look at him rumble. Yeah.
Said it's the fastest he's ran since the combine.
Oh, actually.
And apparently he's slimmed down quite a bit over the offseason, so he's a little bit quicker. He feels like.
At first I didn't recognize him. Like I was like, who's returning that?
He's
That's Jordan Davis. Oh my gosh.
His whole thing when he was drafted was he is large.
He was a big boy. Yeah.
But yeah, he's iconic ending to that game. Also, apparently, a really bad beat for sports bettors.
Oh yeah,
because I think the line was 3.5, and that put it from
3.5 to.
It went from 1 point to 7 point win, which was a flip of the line. So I think that was funny. But yeah, the Eagles really looked rough at the beginning of the game. It's more of the same. Looked rough at the beginning of the game. Did enough to come out and win the game.
Yeah, I mean,
annoyingly.
That's kind of how we saw the Chiefs last year. A lot.
I mean, Chiefs were just like always just doing enough. Eagles are looking like kind of really rough towards the beginning of their games, and then cleaning up and doing just enough to squeak out wins.
Time adjustments. I would hope that's what they're doing, and not just being incredibly fortunate with how things play out. I don't know.
And there's a lot of controversy about some missed calls or calls that went the Eagles' way in this game.
Yeah, I did hear about it, especially with the false start with a touch push. Please call that correctly. That's all I ask, because I like the play. Don't get it banned because you can't ref it correctly. I love that play so much. So
yeah,
anybody's allowed to do it. It's not just the Eagles. So if you're complaining about how that tush push is not fair, then tell your team to do it, or at least figure out how to stop it, because it's been stopped before. So I don't know. What is not fortunate? What the heck happened with Jake Browning and the Bengals? That's one of those games where I thought it'd at least be close for the most part. This was not close whatsoever. Vikings pulled away immediately. There was no stopping them. How can I not remember his name? Please help me. I'm very upset. The cornerback who got 2 touchdowns.
Oh, Isaiah Rodgers.
Rodgers, thank you. Rodgers had a day. 2 pick six? Is that what it was?
He had 2 defensive touchdowns. I think
defensive touchdowns, and then was it a forced fumble? I can't remember.
He did it. There was some.
He had several stats that day.
He is. I think it was PFF's highest defensive, or the highest ranking to a defensive player PFF has ever had.
Maybe that's I don't remember. Yeah.
He had a very, very good game.
Day. Granted, it was against the Jake Browning Bengals. I mean, I thought they would be better than what they put up, but woo-wee. I mean, that makes sense why Joe Burrow, struggled to stay alive. This is probably what happened if you didn't have Joe Burrow as their quarterback, because this is how badly the Bengals got destroyed.
It's just showing how, I mean, it obviously we're there's a lot of factors to it. Bengals just did not show up to play.
No, not
your defense. I mean, didn't look great, but reality is it's one of those games where the Vikings offense didn't have to do that much, because the Bengals offense, I mean, what was it? 3 fumbles, 2 interceptions.
Yep.
I got a lot of points off of those, and it was just it just goes to show you can't win games, especially if you just pay a big 3 or a big 4. You can't just win with that in football.
Yep.
But especially when you lose one of those, especially your quarterback. But Jamar Chase had a fumble. Mm-hmm. That one wasn't pretty. Your team just did not show up to play. The super exciting offense was not very exciting. Jake Browning again admittedly didn't look great, but the problems were all far beyond Jake Browning. The O-line, your skill positions didn't play great, and again, your defense has not been in a great spot.
Zach Taylor should be fired, or should have been fired years ago, but Joe Burrow's been saving his butt. But
Yeah, right now, Zach Taylor's
comfortable.
He's one of the guys on the hottest seats right now.
He is, but he's not going to get fired right away. I will say this though. How about Carson Wentz? I mean, he got to play for his favorite team that he grew up with. I did not know about that actually. He was a Vikings fan when he grew up. So for him, it was a big moment. So good for him.
Are we surprised to see a white veteran quarterback do well in Minnesota?
No. But the fact that he did better than J.J. McCarthy and J.J. McCarthy, the fact that Sam Darnold, Kirk Cousins, and Carson Wentz all performed really well with this offense, or at least a similar offense, and J.J. McCarthy has yet to do that yet, is kind of funny. However, he's only played, 2 games now? And
admittedly, Carson Wentz had one game. It wasn't a spectacular game. He just did
enough.
He played. He just did enough. He didn't need to do much.
The game I want to talk about, because this is the one I was watching a bit on Sunday because my roommate is a Patriots fan. I got to watch the Steelers and Patriots game for, I'd say, the first 2.5 quarters. Oh my gosh. Steelers, I have a bit of concern for you, especially regarding that high-end talent defense. How is it that you let this happen? I know 14 points isn't a lot, but the Patriots held you to 21 as well. Like, this should not have been a close game, in my opinion. I feel like there should have been at least a bit of a difference in the win percentage. And the fact that it was 14-14 for a while was
it was a close game.
And, Aaron Rodgers always blaming his receivers again, even though I saw plenty bad throws from him. The defense could not stop Hunter Henry. That dude got a game. He had a great game that day. J.J. Watt, he appeared here and there. Not J.J. Watt. T.J. Watt. I miss J.J. Watt, okay? I'm sorry. T.J. Watt, he showed up here and there. He wasn't as big as a factor that day, but the line was pretty solid. Their corners, though, are a bit of a concern, I'd say, especially a couple of those plays, if I remember them correctly. Other than that, you won. I don't know if I would take this as a positive or a negative regarding the Steelers. It's kind of neutral.
And a lot of it is I just don't know how to feel about the Patriots yet, because it seems more and more like the Patriots just have not really taken a real step forward.
No.
So seeing the Patriots actually kind of be able to move the ball. Their defense is pretty solid, I think, which is, not surprising with the Patriots' defense, but that's kind of what held them back. But relying on 5 turnovers is,
it works.
You have 5 turnovers. That works. That works really well. It's as long as you can sustain that.
And actually capitalize off of it.
Yeah. That one was a little surprising that it was I'm not necessarily surprised it was close, but the way it was close was very underwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I have my concerns with the Steelers. I definitely have concerns with the Patriots, but Steelers kind of squeak one out, comfortably.
I don't even think it was comfortable. I think it was just more of the yay.
It
wasn't like this was a solid win. This was a very kind of concerning win.
It was you won. When I say comfortable win, it's not like we won by a bunch, but it was like it didn't really seem like the Patriots were gonna take it away.
No, they were kind of dead in water, but they should have put more than 21 on that team. That was my biggest concern.
I mean, again, Patriots defense is good. It was just
That's true.
underwhelming. Move along
Ooh.
to let's go to the Jets and Buccaneers.
We kind of covered this a little bit. We don't have to go super in depth.
I mean, well, okay. The part I want to look at is the Buccaneers blowing a what was it?
It was
20
lead.
26 to was it 26 to 6 or no 23 to 6 lead.
It was 23 to 6. Yeah. That doesn't surprise me too much, especially right away, because Todd Bowles.
Because Todd Bowles.
Because I don't expect the Buccaneers to win off of that. But they did though. Jets. They tried. I'll give them that. Jets tried. Buccaneers did all right. Baker Mayfield got his revenge on the guy who cut him from the Panthers. Steve Wilkes, I think it was. Because he's on the Jets right now. So that was a bit of good revenge for Baker Mayfield, from what I've heard. I mean, this was one of the games where the field goals were a big impact on several games, and this is one of them. So,
I've my concerns with the Buccaneers, but they're off to a 3-0 start. It's a very
loose.
Yeah.
Loose.
Yeah. 21 fourth quarter points doesn't spark a lot of confidence in this team.
Nope.
Looking at the other early window games, though, just bouncing around, the Colts still look really kind of scary right now.
Indiana Jones.
I mean, again, it's the Titans, but I don't know. And it's not just Indiana Jones, just Jonathan Taylor. It's the defense looks better. Kind of look
past. This team would have barely won by 3 points.
Yeah, and they've been looking pretty good. The real question is, can you do this for 15 weeks of the year at least? Because that's what it takes to be a contender.
Did it for 3, so we'll see.
You got at least 12 more.
Yep.
Then there's the Raiders Commanders game. Commanders playing without Jaden Daniels, but I think Mariota is such a good fit there as a backup quarterback. Like, even if they didn't have Jaden Daniels, I think he'd potentially be like, you could contend him as a starting quarterback in that scheme.
Oh yeah, definitely, especially with the Cliff Kingsbury offense. That definitely helps Mariota. Don't really need to talk too much about that game.
No.
This one, however, Texans Jaguars.
Okay, yeah.
So I have a couple opinions on this one. First of all, CJ Stroud has not only disappointed me, but I've judged him too early. That rookie season that he had was, we don't really see that. However, the last couple years have been very underwhelming, especially from him. I know he doesn't have an O-line. I get that.
He doesn't have a good offense, and
I get
in general.
I get that, but he also did something with an offense 2 years ago. Were they just as good? Like that's the next question. Were they just as good, or were they worse?
I think their defense is pretty good this year.
Their defense is good this year.
I think
offense.
Their offense is far worse this year. I think,
far worse?
And that clear. And I have to also analyze the coaching, because I know last year a lot of it was their offensive coordinator, which is funny because I believe he's the offensive coordinator for the Jaguars, which has showed some concerns on that end.
Yeah.
The Texans right now, but they're just Stroud. He's not having a great year, but a lot of it is everything is falling apart around him.
Yeah, it's not entirely his fault, but I think I jumped the gun a little too early on calling him like the next generational quarterback. I'm going
Oh,
to admit
yeah.
that. I'm going to admit that. That's my bad. Because, frankly, this is kind of
I think he's a good
not his
quarterback.
fault, but
I have yet to see him have. He needs to have more than one good year.
yes, it can't just be a one and done show.
One piece of news that I didn't get to look into, but really just shocked me that I saw earlier today was the Texans releasing C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
I did see that.
I didn't see why.
I didn't either. I heard something about him chirping at his coaches.
Okay,
I didn't see
so
the
off
official
the field.
reason. I didn't see the
Okay.
official reason, but that was a rumor that was speculating around in like social media comments.
Okay.
Like that's what I've seen.
I
I don't know
just
how true that is.
I thought it was surprising because I didn't think he was doing horror. Like he
No, he wasn't doing
He was
terrible.
still playing, so
It wasn't
it was
great,
just
but he
kind of weird
awful.
coming out of nowhere. But
Oh,
that happened.
Speaking of awful, hey Atlanta, what happened? Where did your offense go? Did you leave it in? You leave it in Atlanta?
That's not just their defense didn't perform. Michael Penix
Nothing performed.
Michael Penix didn't play well. Just nothing. I don't know what happened. Apparently,
Is this just the Panthers having one good game, or is this the Panthers actually turning things around?
I think the Panthers.
I would hope the second option, but also for the same reason of like, hoping the Falcons are just not frauds this year again.
I think the Falcons are going to be the same Falcons they've been.
I want them to be different. I want them to be a good team that's a contender, but they keep disappointing me every single year. I don't know. I was rooting for them in Super Bowl 51. I wanted them to win that Super Bowl so badly, and then the collapse happened, and then ever since then I'm like, I can't. Like, I want you guys to win it all, but you can't do that if you keep choking leads or just not showing up at all. So
I think the Panthers kind of just have their number right now.
oh yeah, definitely.
But yeah, Falcons. I'm not necessarily surprised that the Panthers came out, showed up, and played better than what we'd been seeing, because, like we'd seen towards the end of last year, we kind of expected a step forward. This is kind of that. Well, this is like a step forward, but this is just also the Falcons just playing very poorly after we saw a week where Bijan Robinson looked really good.
Yeah.
Didn't really do much.
And supposedly he was supposed to, like run that offense, but here we are with 0 points. Zip nada on that
So,
scoreboard.
I don't know what happened with the Falcons. The
Oh,
Panthers came out and showed up.
I was going to say, statistic-wise, the Falcons were not able to get past the Panthers' 30-yard line. That's how bad it was.
I mean, again, I think the Panthers are going to be an improved team, and that kind of just shows bend but don't break defense. But it also just goes to show, again, same old Falcons.
Same old.
You're going to win some games not super pretty, and then you're going to lose games.
Yeah.
You're just going to lose games, and it's not... Yeah, but moving into
Ooh, I like this game.
some of these afternoon games, before we get into some of the interesting ones, this one for me wasn't super interesting. Cardinals 49ers.
Okay, yeah, I was when you started on.
Mac Jones came in, again, it performed pretty well. Kind of just leaned on CMC, and the defense looks a lot better.
And now they're out with Nick Bosa.
Yeah, Nick Bosa suffered an injury. We had a few more injuries this year. It was...
Is this another injury year for the 49ers? Because I feel like a couple of them have gotten injured again.
Well, so the interesting thing is there's also the flip side of the Cardinals have now lost James Conner for the year.
Oh.
So both lost very key pieces. NFC West, I'm not even going to say it.
Is this going to be kind of like a repeat of last year where the Rams just kind of take it because no one else is going to step up?
Well, it's funny that you say that, because another game we can point to is, again, quickly, the Seahawks smacked the Saints.
I mean, it's the Saints.
Yes, it's the Saints. They're not great. It was like the points were going up, and I was like, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. 21 points in the first quarter? Okay. 38 by half?
That's a little ridiculous.
We had people going, oh my god, is this gonna... Are they gonna outdo the Dolphins from a few years ago? And they slowed up in the second half. But like...
they didn't really care because they knew that they won.
The game... Special teams was really good. I think they had a punt return, and then I don't know if they had a kick return go all the way, but they had
I think a close one, I believe.
I know they had a close one. Just everybody balled out for the Seahawks.
Yeah,
and
a great day for them.
This is kind of what we expected This is what I expect from the Saints. Not the first 2 weeks where they actually were kind of close in their games.
The really bad Saints.
This is what I expected. Whereas like. Okay. But yeah, Seahawks might be contenders up there with the Rams, was, I guess, the point. So might at least have some fun with it. Another game that wasn't pretty, kind of ugly, but I thought it was really funny, especially because it's more insult to the Packers' loss, is the Bears just rolling past the Cowboys.
So... I want you all to know this. This is the first game where Caleb Williams has not been sacked.
Oh, gee, wow.
This is the first game where there has been 0 recorded sacks on Caleb Williams. Do you know how bad you have to be to not get a sack on Caleb Williams with that O-line?
I mean, again, it's better than it was last year.
I know, but
they
you're
put in a lot of work.
Expecting them to, like, get to him at some point, but like you can't.
Caleb Williams had like one of his best games of his career.
Yeah, this was a pretty good show.
They had the flea flicker. They were getting tricky, which
flea flicker.
I feel like we've been waiting to see that sort of stuff when you have a Ben Johnson team.
This is what we expected from them.
And I guess the question is like, with Ben Johnson and Dennis Allen as your head coach, offensive play caller, and your DC. I'm actually like, I would actually hope to see a pretty good team coaching wise. Similar to like, this is up there for like coaching staffs as what I could see, or almost what I was expecting from the Commanders last year, which was, a solid defensive mind at the helm and then a really good offensive mind. As your OC. That's kind of where I had the Bears, and I was like, are they going to actually show up? They have the talent. They have some pretty good players.
It just took them a minute, I guess.
I mean, yeah, it took a couple weeks for them to click, but like, I got really concerned. I was like, are they still going to somehow be the same Bears? Now, it's hard to say because it's 1 week, but I guess that begs the question of have the Bears arrived? Have they finally showed up? Or is it just a 1 week fluke against the Cowboys?
I think it's a very cautionary tale right now. I think I'd be very,
I would love to see, I'd love to see more of these Bears. But
yes, I would too. This is a fun Bears team when they're playing great.
I'd also love to see more of these Cowboys.
Me too.
All right, you can go. I was gonna move on.
Yeah, I was gonna move on too. Quickly cover this.
This was
Broncos Chargers. Some no-fly zone 2.0, huh?
Okay, but I will preface this with I think there's some concerns with the defense, and it's not talent-wise.
No.
But what I will also add, Chargers look really good. And not just like, even if we break it down, the surprising aspects, Justin Herbert looks potentially MVP caliber.
For once, yes. Actually balling.
Like I knew he was. I've always been like, oh yeah, he's a good quarterback. But there's been like he's not been able to take that step. Seems like he may have taken that step. Quentin Johnston is a good receiver right now. He's been making some plays.
It's one of the only reasons why my fantasy team is somewhat competitive.
I didn't expect him to, like, I was hoping he would be able to bounce back from his first couple of years and actually be like a pretty decent receiver. He's looking like a really good receiver right now, though.
I guess he just found his hands in the locker room and just said, "Oh, all right, I got him."
That's where I put you.
That's where I put him. Yeah.
But man, do they look good. Some rough news, obviously, again, with Najee Harris. Painful, kind of like rough to watch because
Yeah, it was a pretty bad.
it was non-contact immediately as the play started. He tried taking one step and he fell down right in front of Justin Herbert in the middle of a pass play, and everyone went, oh no, which obviously is like it's a very oh no situation, but I mean now you get to see what you have in a Marion Hampton, who he's looked pretty good. I've liked what I've seen out of him, but
More.
yikes,
Give me more. Come on.
the Harris injury is gonna thin down your running back room, so you're gonna really have to rely on it. J.K. Dobbins, looking at the other side, talking about running backs, also had a pretty decent game, and I just always am happy to see him do well. But yeah, Chargers not charging a game too.
This is interesting.
They're,
We have entered a new era. I don't know how I feel about it.
Man, AFC West, like
This is good football.
especially between Broncos and Chargers.
Good football.
I hope to see more. Like, I can't wait for these guys to play again because
Oh yeah, they'll play.
it's exciting. But moving on to the primetime games, I really don't want to talk that much about the Chiefs and the Giants because
Wow, you beat up on a bad Giants team. I'm so happy for you. They acted, yeah.
I mean,
that's all I'm gonna say about that.
even then, like Mahomes, or not just Mahomes, the Chiefs didn't look great. They didn't they
were
won by like they won by 13 against a Giants team who Russ just kept trying to throw it deep, and it was not working.
He threw 2 bombs that got picked off, and then that last or second to last drive or whatever it was,
Russell Wilson, what was it? He did a QB sneak one of them, or something with just him running it up the middle, and then 2 passes to the back of the end zone, like beyond the back of the end zone.
It was
just, one of them just chucking it into the stands. I don't know.
I don't know. It didn't look good.
The only positive that you're getting out of this Giants is that Jackson Dart is starting next week. That's the only positive thing that you're getting out of this one.
And honestly, I think I mean, you say it's positive. I think that's actually kind of a negative because I think
it is.
It's
negative, yeah.
You got him with the hopes of him sitting for a while.
Wait, hold on. They have Jameis Winston. Put Winston in.
The reason why they're not is this is basically a desperation move for Brian Dable to keep his job because
fair.
you put Jameis in, it's another quarterback, another like mid-tier quarterback who maybe makes it a little more exciting. Giants aren't looking for exciting. Fans aren't looking for exciting right now. They want promise,
football.
and fans want promise, and they're not willing to be patient.
No.
The Giants are pushing for Dart to start to see some of that promise, and he might give you some of that promise, but he's not gonna show you. He's not gonna get the time to develop like he needs, because he does. That was part of the thing. Is he was another one of those quarterbacks who wasn't quite ready. He was on the younger side, and he was kind of raw. Not in the essence that like Jalen Milroe was raw, but he's still pretty raw and needs time. He has some. He's got some excitement behind him, but
Watch him throw for 400 yards this next week.
And like he might, but that's the thing is we've seen it with a lot of players who get pushed into those positions. They might play well early, but like long term, you want to see them.
You want them. You want to develop them. You don't want them to be staying in the pocket for too long. You want them to be like. There's a lot of awareness things that they need to develop, but they can't learn that without sitting behind somebody.
Yeah, and I think he does a really good job learning. I watched him in the game. He was
doing audibles and everything too.
He was following along. He had the helmet on. He was doing a great job. But I don't know how people don't use like the benchmark as Patrick Mahomes, who sat for a year. as a, hey, we got a first-round quarterback who we think can be really good. Let him sit and learn. That's what Mahomes did. It worked out. But everyone's like, we're tired of sucking for 3 weeks. You couldn't go more than 3 weeks with a bet. And admittedly, again, Russ has not looked good.
No.
But you can throw in Jameis if you want to. You're just trying to be. You need a quarterback out there to be competitive, I guess. But
throwing Dardai out there is not a great idea.
Like, he should not be.
Unless we're gonna eat our words and everything, but I highly doubt that.
It's very rare for a quarterback to go out there, especially in like his case, go out there and be good for not just a week, not even just for a season, but several seasons. There's concerns there.
Yeah.
As what I'll add. But other than that, yeah, game was not very entertaining. Scatterboo was kind of fun. He had a good game.
He's gonna have CTE by 25, and he's gonna laugh. He's gonna continue to laugh. He's like the Joker almost. he's
like Gronk as a running back.
No, he's Gronk as the running back.
But
That's all he is.
He had a good game, 60 yards and a touchdown on the ground, and then he also contributed pretty heavy in the passing game. But it's fun to watch.
Yeah.
And then Monday night.
Dread from it, run from it.
Yeah.
Arrives.
This
and Campbell.
This has been very irritating just watching the game because
this was a rough game to watch. I'm not gonna lie, because I sat there like, Ravens, what are you doing? Stop.
Derrick Henry is having
a terrible.
He's having issues with ball security.
Mm-hmm.
They aren't using him. They've reduced his carries the past 2 weeks. The O-line has issues that...
Quite some issues.
Yeah, they break down at times. Run defense doesn't look good at all. Pass defense... There's so many concerns on the defense. And I think you're missing Mike McDonald.
Yep.
And I think Zach Orr is going to potentially be on a very hot seat. And again, O-line struggles. Lamar is trying to do a lot. Derrick Henry obviously has the capability to run really well, but there's just...
some issues.
You shouldn't have to win your games in shootouts.
No.
And obviously, like last week against the Browns, it's the Browns, but you looked better with your defense and everything. You need to see more out of the defense, and your O-line needs to clean it up. And unfortunately, with where I'm at with like watching this team, this is why I don't like the super high hopes or the high expectations, because this team does not look like they're there.
No.
No, they did this last year too, where they were like, really, 1-2 last year as well.
Yeah.
I think they were 0-2, got their first win week 3.
Yeah.
And then they ended up still being a really good team by the end of the year. But
this is not what you want to see right away.
This is with like a way higher expectations, and you seem like you're in a very similar spot. Electric offense, rough with the O-line. Defense doesn't have it quite put together.
Yeah.
Admittedly with some injuries this last week, but looking flip side of the Lions look like they're
good,
kind of back to form. So
I can't tell if like it was just the 1 week or not, but maybe it isn't just Ben Johnson and Eric Glenn that made that team click. I don't know. Maybe it's just how that talent really works over there, I guess.
Yeah, I mean they do have a good team.
They have a lot of great talent over there. So,
but yeah, that kind of sums up all the games. Do we really quick want to go through our power rankings?
We could do that real fast. I have to remember mine from this last week.
I'll start. I mixed it up quite a bit. Some maybe a little quick to jump the gun, but based off of kind of gut reactions, I also feel like this is kind of fair, but I'll let you go first because I feel like mine are kind of
Yeah.
Mine might be a little outlandish.
Mine for 10 is the Indianapolis Colts.
Okay. I have the 49ers. I'm kind of hesitant with them. Their defenses looked good, but with Bosa out, I really need to see how they're gonna look next week. But
I'm not entirely sold on the 49ers so far this year. So.
if they can just not get so injured, it wouldn't be so hard for them to be there. And again, I only have them at like 10, which is kind of that fringe spot. But I'll let you go on.
Fair, I guess. All right. Number 9. I want to say Buccaneers for sure. 3-0 start. I get that. Todd Bowles. That's literally the only major concern I have, and that's what he's kind of handicapped this team from before. Ibuka, showed out that one game, and he's showing some promise. So,
yeah,
especially with Mike Evans now out, I believe. So,
I also have the Buccaneers at 9. Pros of the Buccaneers: Baker Mayfield and a good offense. Cons, like you mentioned, Todd Bowles, and that kind of just evens out. Luckily, Baker Mayfield. For Todd Bowles' sake, Baker Mayfield is a apparently very clutch quarterback because this is back-to-back weeks of 2-minute drills.
Yep.
So
this is all your fault, Todd Bowles, if you don't get very far.
Todd Bowles is better.
I'm coming for you.
Better be thinking. But yeah, I'll let you go on to 8.
I don't know if you agree with me on this. I'm curious to see what you say. Number 8, I have the Ravens.
I can't argue. I can't be upset either way. At 1 and 2,
They're still a good team. It's just come on,
they're
come on.
They're clearly a good team. Like they have a lot of talent, but there's also clearly something like they're lucky to be in people's top 10s. I feel like it's just their defense and mishaps on the offense, which and the O-line, because 7, 8 sacks was it for the Lions?
Hutchinson got to him real fast.
Yeah, it was not pretty. At 8, I have the Colts. I moved them up a bit because it's not one thing that they're doing well. It seems like kind of everything that they're doing well. Their competition hasn't been great.
No, but it's showing promise for the future.
Yeah, the reason why they're not higher is because even though they've been doing everything great, it's been against not good teams. But
mediocre.
When your offense is clicking, your quarterback is playing good and safe, efficient football, your running back's doing well, O-line's doing good, and your defense has been doing pretty well as well. Again, they not really tested right now, but you can keep them there if they keep winning the way they have.
7, I have the Commanders.
Interesting.
Yes.
I'm noticing that I didn't have the Commanders in here.
Oh.
Which I can kind of legitimize. I guess I didn't have kind of room for them, but I'll have to see. It would be more like up for that 10 spot, but at 7 I actually have the Ravens. So
that's
I was
7 or 8 seems pretty
that's
fair.
Yeah, reason why I wasn't super heated with your putting them at the 8 is because I also dropped them a bit for it because
it is reality.
But yeah, I've talked enough at length at it, so I'll let you go into 6.
So this is the position I'm in. I don't know who to put at 5, and I don't know who to put at 6. I'm stuck between the Packers and Lions right now.
Mm-hmm.
I want to put the Lions in front of the Packers, but the Packers did beat the Lions.
Mm-hmm.
Packers had a very ugly loss to the Browns, but the Detroit Lions, no offense to you Ravens, did beat the pants off of you. So I kind of want to put the Lions at 5 and Packers at 6, only because of just recency. But at the same time, it's like Packers did beat up the Lions, so I guess I don't know. I'll put Lions up there at 5 and keep Packers at 6, just for the moment. Only because of recency, but I still think the Packers are at the moment a better team, but not the most talented.
So you drop the Packers all the way down to 6.
Yes, at the moment.
Interesting. I have the Lions at 6 because, yeah, they played really well against a Ravens team, but again, this is also, like I mentioned, a Ravens team that does not even look
the same.
They're not in the form they need to be in. They look
but when you play the Ravens, you're expecting a good fight, though.
It's like, and again, this game did kind of come down to the wire, but this is like we're watching the Ravens like they were the Bengals last year.
Yeah.
So, there's like a caveat to it, but again, very talented team. The coaching losses did not change as much as we thought, so I do move them up to 6, but I don't know that I really have them as Super Bowl contenders yet. So I have them there, and then you said Lions at 5. My 5 is actually going to be the Rams, because Rams look good, and you kept up with the Eagles, but falling apart like that. Yeah, I move them up, but not over the teams in front of them.
Yeah. 4 Rams.
Okay.
That's kind of where I put them. What do you use your 4?
My 4 is the Packers.
That's pretty obvious why.
Which is going to make one of these. It's so weird that they're up here. But yeah,
They're
I have.
not usually up there.
Yeah, I have Packers Rams flipped because even though for the Packers I just have it as an ugly loss to a team with a good defense. And it's sorting out the issues with Love in the offense, consistency, but yeah. On a 3,
I'm going to put the Chargers.
Yeah, I also have the Chargers, and God, that's so weird. 2 years ago,
we'd be calling ourselves stupid.
Never.
That'd
But
blasphemy against football.
they're so good right now.
At the moment, yes.
Let me guess. Number 2 is the Eagles, and 1 is the Bills.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nothing really changed there. So
I really thought this was going to be a little more out there, but man, I guess it's not so off the record. It's just, man, it feels so weird putting the Chargers up there that I say Chargers number 3, and I'm like,
huh?
Now this seems like a hot take. But
it's not a hot take.
They're so well coached.
Yeah, Harbaugh
and
did a good job there.
They're taking such a good leap forward that they just Chargers. Why are you?
I'm rooting for the Chargers this year.
I like what they're doing there.
Rooting for them this year.
I don't think I could be upset for anyone doing well in the AFC West except for the Chiefs.
No.
Like, yeah.
Some competition over there for once and forever.
But yeah, Eagles. Another week like this, like if I see the same week out of the Chargers and then the Eagles, I'm flipping the 2 because the Eagles right now are. Yeah, it's not pretty, but you're winning. Chargers are like.
Yeah, they're solid.
They've played 3 division games. They're undefeated in division play right now.
Which is great.
They're off to a 3-0 play, start in division play, and they've played each of their division opponents.
Yep.
So that looks good.
It's amazing.
You beat the good teams out in close fashion, showed you can win in close games, and then you beat the pants off of the seemingly weaker opponent of the division. They're doing everything right. And then there's the Eagles, who are like, every opponent we play, we're going to make real close and real scary. We got to keep it entertaining.
Oh, yeah.
And it's right now, it's so weird, but Chargers are like this close to being number 2 for me.
Sir.
So, and Bills just
Number 1.
until someone takes it from them.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
There you go. You got all of it.
that's the week 3 recap.
A bit of a long one, but we got a lot of things to cover because of how
It was
stupid this last week was. There was
such
so many
a hectic
dumb things that
such a
happened,
hectic week.
and you just had a bunch of blocked field goals / mishaps / interceptions / falconing /
It's-
like you had a lot of
We had
stuff that happened.
blowouts, surprise blowouts.
Yes.
And then we had chaos, close game. Like I don't think there was any short of like excitement. I think this is like
If anybody even predicted half these games correctly, like the ones that weren't expecting to win, how, first of all? Because I don't think anybody could have expected, like, Dallas losing to the Bears that badly.
badly now.
Or the Falcons being shut out, or the Texans losing to the Jaguars, or the Packers losing to the Browns. Like
one's
that's
up
the one
there.
that stings the most. But other than that, I guess. But thank you all for joining us for this very long and winded podcast episode over this week recap, week 3 recap. And yeah, so it's a lot of interesting things that happened. But we will see you in the week 4 preview. See ya.
Bye.